welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Lisa, and I love everything colorful eyeshadow, especially indie brands. I love makeup in general, but welcome to another episode of Music Inside the Makeup. And like I said, if you're new, Music Inside the Makeup is something that I do once a month. I choose one of my favorite bands, and then I choose one of my indie brands that I absolutely love or have been investing in. I choose one of their palettes after I choose one of the band's songs. And those palettes kind of coincide with either the theme of the song or maybe, the aesthetic of the band. We talk a little bit about the history of the band, and then I do a tutorial and we create a look together. So if that's something you're interested, hopefully you will subscribe to this crazy lady squirrel brain and stay a while because we love to have fun here. We're gonna get into Music Inside the Makeup for May. I have chosen GODSMACK. Never seen GODSMACK in concert. Let me know in the comments if you've ever seen GODSMACK before, because if you have, you are so lucky. They are still touring to this date. I do plan on seeing them within the next year or two, I hope. And the indie brand that I have chosen is Cosmic Beauty, Smoulder, and the Death palette. I have created the look already with the Death Tarot palette. I love Cosmic Beauty's formula. I have just about every single palette. However, I would like to pick up the Serenity palette. The Delights is more pastel leaning, so I'm just not into the pastels. And I can tell you this year, and it's probably got something to do with the Pantone color of the year, which is this extremely powdery blue, but it almost looks white. So these pastels have been popping up everywhere, and there's been a ton of pastel palettes, and quite frankly, I'm sick of it already. Yes. Grab your palettes. Maybe you have these palettes. Shop your stash. Find something similar. Your water, your toddy, your coffee, what have you, your brushes, and turn up GODSMACK. And come on back and let's read about GODSMACK, and we're going to create a look. Before I forget, I also have chosen two songs by GODSMACK, and it is 1,000 Horsepower and Serenity. All right, I have my granny glasses on GODSMACK's Wikipedia page. This is all public knowledge. So, GODSMACK is an American rock band from Lawrence, Massachusetts. I am originally from Springfield, Massachusetts, and then when I was about 12, 13, I moved up to the Twin States, which is Vermont, New Hampshire, and that's where I kind of stayed for 30 some odd years. So, but originally from Massachusetts. So they formed in 1995. The band is currently composed of lead singer and rhythm guitarist Sully Erna, bassist Robbie Merrill, lead guitarist Sam Colton, and drummer Wade Murph. Since its formation, GODSMACK has released 9 studio albums, 1 EP, The Other Side, 4 DVDs, 1 compilation album, Good Times, Bad Times, 10 Years of GODSMACK, and 2 live albums. Their most recent album, Lighting Up the Sky, was released in 2023. Since its inception, GODSMACK has toured with Ozfest on more than one occasion and has toured with many other large tours and festivals, including supporting its albums with its own arena tours. They released 3 consecutive #1 albums, Faceless, IV, and The Oracle, on the Billboard 200, and have had 25 top 10 rock radio hits and 12 at #1. The band's success and the release of their 6th studio album, 1,000 Horsepower, Mayor Marty Walsh declared August 6th as GODSMACK Day in the city of Boston. Hell yeah. In February 95, Sully Erna decided to start a new band as the lead singer after playing the drums for more than 23 years, including more than 2 years in the now defunct band Strip Mind. His new band, The Scam, formed with Erna on vocals, Robbie Merrill on bass, local guitarist and friend Lee Richards on guitar, and Tommy Stewart on drums. The Scam quickly changed its name to GODSMACK after recording 1 demo. The newly formed band started playing small bars in their hometown of Boston, locally popular songs such as Keep Away and Whatever soon brought them to the top of the hit charts in the Boston, New England area. The band's name does not derive from the Alice in Chains song of the same name. According to Erna, the name instead came from an incident where he developed a cold sore shortly after a former bandmate did. And these are in quotes from Erna. I was making fun of our drummer at the time who had a cold sore on his lip. And the next day, I had one myself. And somebody said, it's a GODSMACK. The name stuck. We were aware of the Alice in Chains song, but didn't really think much about it. In '96, Tony Rombola joined as the guitarist after Richards left upon learning he had a 6-year-old child, and Stewart left due to personal differences. In the same year, the band entered New Alliance Studio in Boston to record its debut album, All Wound Up. The CD was recorded in just 3 days for $2,600 and was self-released in February '97. Though the band's own record label, EK Records Company, in May '97, Joe D'Arco joined to replace Stewart on drums. Eventually, Godsmack's CD landed in the hands of Rocco, the nighttime DJ for Boston radio station WAAF-FM. The radio station put Keep Away into heavy rotation, and the song rose to the #1 spot at the station very quickly. Newbury Comics, a New England record store chain, agreed to sell the CD on consignment. Shortly after the success of Keep Away, Godsmack went back into the studio and recorded a single titled Whatever, which became the new local favorite on WAAF-FM. In an interview, Sully Erna stated, "We had been selling maybe 50 copies a month at the time WAAF picked up the album. All of a sudden, we started moving over 1,000 records a week. I was doing all of this from my bedroom. After years of grinding away, things finally started taking off. In April '98, D'Arco was dismissed from the band. He was replaced by former drummer Tommy Stewart, who returned after expressing a desire to be in the band again. In June '98, Universal Republic Records signed the band to their label. The band's first album, All Wound Up, was slightly edited to remove unlicensed samples, fully remastered, and given a new artwork and layout. The finished self-titled album, Godsmack, was released to the public 6 weeks later on August 25th, '98. This led to the band's first headlining tour, the Godsmack Tour, with Jim Rose Circus as the opening act. After the album's release, the band went on the road playing club shows as well as playing at Ozfest and Woodstock '99. This was followed by a tour in Europe supporting Black Sabbath. Roxanne Blanford from AllMusic gave the album 3 out of 5 stars, stating Godsmack confidently brought metal into the technological age. The album entered the Billboard 200 at number 22 and was certified 5 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America in '24, after being initially certified gold in '99. The album sold well despite being initially pulled from the shelves in some stores due to concerns over some of its lyrical content. The band and its record label later added a parental advisory sticker to the album, and some stores ordered amended copies of the album. Erna commented in Rolling Stone magazine stating, "Our record has been in the marketplace for more than a year now without a parental advisory sticker, and this is the one and only complaint. Stickers and lyrics are by nature subjective. We have decided to put a sticker on the record. This controversy did not appear to adversely affect the album sales, but, according to Erna, helped. It's almost taunting kids to go out and get the record to see what we're saying on it." The album also had 4 successful singles, which were Whatever, Keep Away, Voodoo, and Bad Religion. So that is just a little snippet of a history about GODSMACK. Again, in my opinion, these guys are icons, okay? They've been around for a hot minute. One of my favorite bands coming from, you know, New England and, you know, Boston, Massachusetts, which is amazing. It's awesome. A lot of artists have come out of Boston, New England area, and that are just amazing, absolutely amazing. So once again, let me know in the comments, have you ever seen GODSMACK in concert? Let me know, I'd love to hear from you. With that, crank up GODSMACK. Again, hopefully you shopped your stash, or maybe you have these 2 palettes, and grab your brushes. Come on back and let's have some fun and create a look. So my lids are already primed. Used my Sigma base. And I figure using these 2 palettes as companion palettes together, and I'm gonna show you them side by side in what I'm thinking, because if you've been with me for a minute, you know when I come on here, I like the creative process and kind of doing it with you guys, you know, doing it together. So we have a very cool toned, muted Smoulder palette. And then we have some cool tone, muted shadows in here, but also some warm. So it's a little bit of a mixture. Thinking of playing with this row down here. As you can see, that multi-chrome with the blue would match my necklace, you know. And also going to the second row with that blue here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I have swatched the multi-chromes and shimmers from Smoulder on my arm here, my hand. This one is Embers, and this one is Ignite, and it's Swoon. So it's like a topper, but you can build her up to be bam in your face. This one here is Magnetism, sorry, and this one's Perfect Match. This one is Allure, and this one is Charmed, and then this one is Smoulder. So those are the multi-chromes and the duo and shimmers. These are just stunning. Love this palette. And in this row here, this is Acceptance, and this is Release, this blue. These are so sparkly. I'm going to use a menagerie of different brushes here. Of course, as I always do, I'll let you know which brushes. I'm going to start with the Smoulder palette, because she is the main palette that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to dip into my Refer brush here. This is from the Shodo set, and this is the Shodo 2. I'm going to go into Charisma, and I'm going to change brushes actually, but I'm still going to stick to the Shodo set. Take the Shodo 00, and I'm going to go into Charisma. So it is like this, it's a light gray, but I feel like it has a little bit of blue in her. Just make sure there's no creasing here, right in the crease. Because as I have stated multiple times, we as hooded eye gals here. So we just have to do things a little bit differently. So I'm starting with this brush like this, and then I'm gonna turn it on like this. Right in the crease, just building the color up. And get the color on my hood, this very plump piece of skin. We're getting ready to have a thunderstorm here. I can hear the thunder. The sky is dark. I don't know if you can hear that. The lightning, the thunder and lightning here in Florida is so different. Especially the lightning strikes. Oh my gosh, they're so much different than they are in New England. It's almost like up north, when the lightning strikes, it strikes downward and branches out, down and out. Here, the whole sky it branches outward, not downward, but outward, unless it's gonna strike something like metal, whatever, but it's just gorgeous. Like I said, just building this up a little bit. So I'm gonna go into closure in the Death palette, my Shoto 2. And I am going to go straight on and put some depth in my crease. I'm just blending this. So this definitely is going to be a very smoky, smoldering kind of look. You know, GODSMACK has been one of my favorite brands since they came out. And all of us ladies had a huge thing for Mr. Erna. So the Smoulder palette was definitely fitting. And then with the song 1,000 Horsepower, I mean, I love to ride a street glide, Harley Davidson. Love to go fast. And the song kicks ass. So now I'm just taking in the tip of the brush and blending these two shades. And clean off my brush into Spontaneous and Smoulder. Right in the crease. Kind of mixing them a little bit, you know? Because this one is a little more deeper, it'll give me a little more depth. As you can see, 00, go back to that brush. And I'm gonna go back into Charisma, that light gray, just on the edge to blend. Like that, wipe my brush off. I don't know if I want to go into this sensual, which is this deep dark gray. It's very creamy. Or challenges this dark blue. It's like a gray blue. See how pigmented these are? I mean, Cosmic Beauty is just right there with Blend Bunny in my opinion. And I truly just want this right in my crease. I am gonna go very lightly with this and slowly build her up. I don't want it to take over the gray that I have going. I just want to add a little bit of dimension and depth. Now I'm going to go back to my Shoto 00, go back into the light gray again. Do a little bit of blending on the outside again. Smooth those out. Like that. I want to take this What's Up Beauty brush. This is the 112, very tiny, tiny brush. I'm going to go into Chemistry out of the Smoulder palette. I want to connect the outside here, right up to the blue. a little wing. So I brought the black down on my waterline. I'm gonna take my Shoto 00, make sure that's cleaned off, no product. I wanna take what I already have and blend her out even more, just to really diffuse the outside, to soften it up further. I feel like this brush, in my opinion, especially when you turn it like this, is really good for that. My magic wand from Cosmic Beauty 4. This was out of stock. Hopefully they'll be getting that back in stock, because I do want to order the Serenity palette. Oh, I had watched Angelica Nyquist's video the other day, and Singe Beauty, I guess, has another launch. What did I tell you? What did I tell you a few weeks back? Shortly, actually it was after her, after she launched, you know, those blushes and the liners, and I was like, there's gonna be another launch coming shortly after that. So go over to Angie's YouTube, give her some love, and just keep an eye out for Singe Beauty, their next launch. Why not? Let's just do it, y'all. I'm gonna take Intimate, which was the brighter pink in Smoulder. Start right here. I can go in with a Q-tip in my cellular water and kind of clean this up. So I think I'm gonna take my BK Beauty, and this is the 202. I'm gonna take that light pink Shy. This one, a little more of a fluffier brush. Cover more ground. Right under the brow bone, inner corner. So there, that's blended a little more. What's Up Beauty Pencil Brush, the 109. I love this brush. Love. I'm gonna go into Chemistry, which is the black. This V. Get this back out. But I also wanna take the tip of the brush and kind of move the product even further. Like I said, we're gonna fix it with my cellular water. I'm gonna take the What's Up Beauty black liner, eyeliner, and put that in my waterline. That is dark and smoky. Metallic gel liner, which is Whimsical from the Starlight Society collection. Just like in the inner corner. And I'm gonna set it with Swoon, which is that beautiful white and silver shimmer. I'll take my Sigma 123. And I'm gonna pull this liner up into what I call my swoop. Kind of like that. Take the same brush, go into Swoon, And I'm gonna spray her because she is a little bit more apt for fallout, so, but I want to set this gel liner with her. Yes. And I feel like I'm going to do the same thing, so, because I want it to match on the brow bone here. So I am going to take the gel liner, tiny bit, and I'm going to set it like I did on the inner corner. I'm gonna bring it out here. I know, it looks scary right now. Hold on. Trust the process. So I'm gonna take the thinner brush, the one that I always use from Fantasy Cosmetica. And we're gonna blend her in. I'm setting a little gel liner with Swoon, which is that white silver shimmer. I don't know. I think I went a little too far. What do you think? I'm gonna fix this and I'll be right back. This is the final look. Hear me out. Okay, so y'all know me. I'm squirrel brain. Anyway, I had fixed it. Went with the process to a certain point. Then I kind of took off this whole part. Went back in with the Death palette, this shade here. Went into Morn and lightened it up quite a bit. I took off the liner for the most part, left a very, very fine line of it, set it with Swoon here, which took on that blue-pink tinge shift, which you can kind of see going back and forth. I also used the Cosmic Beauty Astral Radiance from their collection. I kind of mixed these two, so that blue, which is Starlight and Moonbeam, mix those two, put that here. Beautiful highlighter. Went in, like I had said, with the other multi-chrome, like I said I was going to use. These two here, Ignite and Perfect Match. So I put a little bit of Perfect Match here and Ignite all over the lid. Went back in into Chemistry, and which is the black, and just blended that in on the outer edge and brought it ever so gently back and forth in the crease. Blended that out a little bit more, a little more black eyeliner, and mascara and a lash. The mascara that I used has been the mascara. I've been thoroughly enjoying this from What's Up Beauty. And this is their Watch Me mascara in black. Love it. Took my Under Earthly Cosmetics lip liner, and I think this is in Char. Yes. Blended that out a little bit. Then took, this is from Ensley Rain, multi-chrome gloss, just a little bit, and mixed it with the Bella Beauty Bar multi-chrome gloss. And that's what I have on my lips. And that, my friends, is the beautiful look, music inside the makeup for May, GODSMACK, Cosmic Beauty. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My chaotic ass. And so I do hope to see you on the next one. If you're new, hopefully you subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up. hype it up, share it. It truly does help me out, and I appreciate it so, so much. So with that, keep creating, keep rocking. I don't care how old you are. If you want to wear colorful eyeshadow, baby girl, you go ahead and you do it. With that, I hope to see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time.